But I guess maybe just to go off of your idea, we could say that they seek out a pirate safe haven during this time. Right? There could be, maybe it's just like, well, the seas are getting a little hot. Let's go somewhere else. So let's take a look at those options. We're going to take a roll here. 1. Take advantage of the power struggle by targeting the people of Varnordos. Alright, can I fit this up there? Alright. Captain's orders. We should come up with a little bit more information about this ship, too. You guys got any ideas for a ship's name? A good old pirate ship? We can also have, should also figure out who the pirate captain is. The dashing pirate captain we established last time. Let me take a look at the names here. Maybe before next stream I'll add on some more names. I don't like these names. Not for a pirate captain, anyway. So let's see. Our pirate captain. Gorthus. Good, strong pirate captain name, Gorthus. Captain Gorthus decided the Golden Rover, Sterling Weiss. Interesting. All right, Captain. Oh, welcome, Genetic Heist. Thanks for the follow. Boat named the Ghost. That's kind of fun. Sure, let's call it the Ghost. Vessel, the Ghost. Genetic Heist, if you'd like to know kind of how my show works, feel free to check out the About panels below, or just start chatting with us. It's totally up to you. Or you can just sit back and enjoy the story unfolding. Alright, Captain Gorthus decided to take advantage of the situation in Varnordos by targeting some of the less defended countryside. That's true. How about the Sterling Ghost? Good stuff, Genetic Heist. We're a pretty interactive channel here where we continue to develop the wiki. That's another link down below. You can check out the wiki if you'd like. That's what you see on the screen here. Oh, I mean the captain's name. Oh, that's a really good idea. Let's do that. Gorthus is a bit more of a burly captain, I imagine. In 735, a coup d'etat threatened to destabilize the Empire of Norris with a few attacks unfolding in the capital. The long-standing lineage of the emperors of old faced the rise of a new ruler making claims to power. Captain Gorthus... Oh, right, we gotta fix that now. Captain Sterling decided to take advantage of the situation in Varnordos by targeting some of the less defended countryside. I think not a lot of people in this area anyway have go by a surname custom. It's more often a name of who they're related to of note, or it's based on where they're from. So it might be Sterling of Kedarport or something like that would be how he would be known. Would be more likely. All right. I imagine for Luthera, perhaps Rantol is the name of her tribe, or something like that. All right. So let's check out then. Where should they target? We got Soros, which is probably the most defended of these places. It's a significant. It's basically the treasury for the Empire of Norris. So we have Soros, Targren. Oops, let me go back to the randomizers here. Where will the pirates target? Soros, Targren, Bogtown. Bogtown always channels those Blight Town vibes from Dark Souls. Port Dallas. These are the notable towns, anyways. And we could just say the coast, as in parts of the rest of this land where there is not a major town. All right, so I think Soros would be the less likely target. It's just too well defended. And Targren is inland, so not a great option either. 6, 7, 8. All right. Well, I imagine in this case the motivation would be, the emperor would be calling on his or her um, fleet, and ships would be coming from these other towns to help support, and likewise her antagonist, the new monarch, would be calling on support as well. So some of these ports would have a lot less defense just because everyone's going to the capital to fight. All right. So let's take a roll here. 8, 3. Bogtown. That's a good target. Bogtown's not super defended, but the Empire is rich, so there's probably some value there. All right, so we have they sailed for Bogtown, hoping to find it less defended. All right. Let's see how Bogtown we go. Indeed. How does the initial rating in Bogtown go? Could be more defense than expected. Could be more plunder than expected. Even less defense than expected. I'm more thinking about how much of a say does the crew do you guys have in how many people get killed. Am I off work tomorrow? No, but at my job I have flexible hours, so I can start a little later in the day when I stream pretty early in the morning these night or on Thursday. Well, I'm thinking the violence would be tied to the defenses or to what they do. But if there's less defense, then they get the say of how many people they kill. If there's more defense, then it's going to be harder for them to do lots of killing. So I think we'll figure out kind of this is more how is Bogtown as a target, and then we'll figure out how the raid how the captain and the crew unfold the raid after that. So less defense than expected, and we could say less plunder than expected. So in each case, like less plunder than expected, the defenses were what you were expecting. You know, less defense than what you're expecting. Well, the plunder is what you were expecting. So there's a couple kind of we can fill that in, and we'll just do a D4 here, I think. Master, yeah. All right, here we are. Oh, I see. Like they find, yeah, I like that option, Bubkus. They find Bogtown is already in a state of ruin. That is an interesting. That would be an interesting turn of the plot for sure. Let's make this into a 10 we can roll. All right. Here we go. 9. Less plunder than expected. That's the worst outcome for the pirates. But the defenses are what you guys expected, so you are able to take to succeed in the raiding. Sounds cool. Yeah. Okay, we got. So then I guess the next question is, what does the captain decide? Or is this something that once you're on the ground, is Luthera just going to start butchering people, regardless of the captain's orders? It's like, oh, fight, the time for the fight, so we'll just, kill lots of people. Rampage. All right. Let's see then. How does the captain? Well, we'll see. I think it makes sense Luthera might just start to do that by default. She's just, within the year, she's come from her island where raids were just normal, and they would have been ruthless. And then she's enlisted with these pirates, and now they're landing out of town. So she's just like raid mode, goes for it. So how does the captain respond? Tries to rein her in. Oops, I think that's this kind of rein. Tries to rein her in. Could be could be the crew goes with it and joins in the bloodshed. Or it could be she just seems, yeah, super fearsome, and they're impressed. Well, actually, the crew goes with it and joins in the bloodshed is probably also a they're impressed option. So let's say she just seems super fearsome, and they're afraid of her. So this is like she comes across just so much more extra than what they were expecting. Cool. I think I like that. Let's see here. 4, 5, and 6. Let's get that out of the way there. Number 4. He finds her. Sure. Okay. Why not? Of course, this messes up our dice options, but that's okay. Captain finds her a magnificent sight. All right, we'll have to roll just a number then. 4. Oh, he tried to rein her in. So, chicken with rabies. What do you think? Is that gonna go over, or is she just lost in the blood rage? Catherine won't let me rage. Toxic work environment. let you roll. Did you want me to set up a roll here, or you're just gonna let me know? Sweet. Went with his orders. All right. They sailed for Bogtown, hoping to find it less defended. Indeed, their raids were successful. However, during the raid, Gethra entered her customary berserker rage, only to be dialed in by the captain, by Captain Sterling, to prevent excess bloodshed and retaliation. Or we'll say, and a retaliatory bounty. So he's a little worried that resistant at first, of course. Okay. We'll say called off by Captain Sterling. Cool. Well, do we still have genetic heist here? Maybe he wants to, maybe they want to take on a role. I also think before we move on too far, I'm going to start adding in more timelines, because I think as we go, we're going to want to have maybe regional timelines where there will be smaller events. I just think it'd be cool if when we do new kind of sequences, we can have we can refer to the timelines. So. All right, so let's make a timeline. This one would be history of Varnordos. Cool. All right, so in the history of Varnordos, this is local history timeline for the events on the Isle of Varnordos and the Old Empire. Sorry, I guess the Empire of Norris. Yeah, those babies are going to be very hardcore. All right, create a new historical entry. So we know that this was the fall of the Old Empire of Norris. And this would range from year 0 for probably a couple hundred years. Let's see, do I have that in my timeline already? Let me just take a look. My local timeline. King Prathar. Ular Gran. Here's year 0. I do not have anything. The Orish Island War. I think that's probably, we'll just put in like maybe 200 years. This is national importance. We'll make this a major thing. This is a disaster destruction. Sure. But then, essentially what I would like to do is if we're telling a story eventually later, and we're like, well, what happened, what might be an inciting incident for a character here in Varnordos? It could be your pirate raid. Maybe someone from Bogtown will be a relevant character later, So it's just fun to have those different events all set up. This will be following the fall of the Orish. Following the fall of the Orish, the Old Empire of Norris collapsed and slowly reformed in the surviving settlements. By 200 Norris, that was. Wait, are we talking about the babies? Oh, I see. Yes, the yeah. You mean this other character? Maybe this other character murders you. Yeah. Well, we'll see. By YSO 200, Norris that was had been settled on the closest point to the former capital city. Okay, we're going to add in the next thing now. I mean, there are probably some other events that can get filled in at some point, but for now we'll add in this. We'll say pirate. Well, wait, let's add in that revolution first. So we'll have to figure out more details about it at some point. There we go. And we'll add in, this is in 735, I think we had said. Yep, we rolled the dice earlier. 735. We don't know the end date yet, so we'll just put it there. And this is a national event. Revolution. Another noble seeking greater power stages a coup against the old bloodlines of the emperor. There's definitely been some great revenge stories within the world of Gethra so far. In Lives of Gethra, we're just starting out with Vaynuth, but she remember she wanted a favor. We learned in a recent chapter she wants a favor from the powerful people in the capital city, and the favor is to find the slavers in the east, which they were slavers who had enslaved her once upon a time. So that's her driving motivation. So it could be something similar. Who knows? We'll see. All right, stages a coup against the old bloodlines of the emperor, causing widespread destabilization. Stabilization in Unbar Northus. There we go. How does this look now? Cool. All right, and then we also know that around the same time. Well, here, let's figure out. Can I edit this one? Let's get a more specific date so we can plan out these when the sequence of events here. So 735, we're gonna roll some dice here. At least figure out the month. All right. Now, oops. Well, there we are. So we're going to add in here, create a new entry. This is going to be Pirates Raid Bogtown. This is 735, and it's a month greater than 5. 11th. So this is a few months after it's happened, but that makes sense because it would take a month or two to sail there after you even hear about it and after you make decisions. So this will be a minor regional issue. Raid, attack. Let's see. What are our options? Let's scroll through here. Criminal. I guess that's technically criminal activity. Let's see if there's a better one. Expedition. Eventually, I'll just know all the options on all the pages of World Anvil, but not yet. Military action. Alright, I like that criminal activity one. I think that makes the most sense. criminal activity. Let's see, did the ghost undertake this target alone? Bogtown, yes. Other towns have pirates seeking them too. Or it could be only pirate mission they know of. Or it could be, let's see here. It could be a few other ships are supporting the raid. Alright, there's some options. This will just give us an idea of the scale of this thing. 5. Okay, that makes sense to me that there'd be, you know, Captain Sterling has some allies as well to help secure this as a safe prize. Okay, so we have a few pirate ships descend upon Bogtown and raid and successfully plunder the town. For wealth, supplies, and people. These pirates don't mess around, you know? Alright. There we go. Now, is that visible just from our... Let's see here. Timelines. History of Varnordos. There it is. Looks good. I like your little pirate skull. All right. So, got that filled in at least. We got that. Didn't get any newcomers wanting to participate yet. That's all right. Well, I'm just trying to decide how long I want to stream here. Let's see. It is getting a tad late. And I was hoping we'd get a little bit more traction after Critical Role, you know? But let's take a look here. 7:35 Kutan. So I guess we could continue this, but I'd like to get. I mean, Bobicus is. Yeah. But last week we had a bunch of people from the West Coast who joined in because it was, it was the middle of the night there, a little bit more reasonable hours. Hence my thinking. I also know a lot of people, like friends and stuff, who are out on the West Coast. I lived out there for a number of years, so I was hoping we might see some more people or even familiar faces, but familiar names, I guess. But anyway, it's all good. Still having fun. But chicken with rabies if you want. I mean, you don't want to stay up later on my account if you if you gotta go. No worries, man. So Bobicus, we can also continue something for Bobicus's storyline if we wanted.